7-year-old cannot maintain one cohesive storyline while playing with action figures?
Let's debate about it. Bad mystical afternoon.
Okay, so today what we're talking about is a 7-year-old that cannot maintain one, basically, storyline while playing with action figures.
I've done some of my research, and it looks like that this poor boy in Brockton, Massachusetts, has not been able to keep and maintain a single cohesive storyline. He's been playing with his action figures that consist of the superhero Iron Man, the action figure Godzilla, and the professional wrestler John Cena.
Now, personally, my thoughts on John Cena is controversial, because John Cena is in WWE, and that is fake fighting.
No, it's real.
No, it is fake.
It's real.
Okay.
All right. Well, let me
controversial subject. Let's get back on topic. So this 7-year-old cannot maintain a storyline, basically meaning he's jumping from Iron Man's battles over to Captain America's battles, which are two totally different battles. So, Sebastian?
Now, we got into a little bit of storyline here. I got some exclusive storyline, and he says, "I'll get you for that," said Milner, who violently slammed the figurine Iron Man into the WWE World Heavyweight Champion toy, sent him flying across the room, contradicting a scene that just moments earlier in which a pair of best friends searching for a magical crystal. Nobody beats Iron Man. I have blaster powers. Okay? He said that Iron Man has blaster powers, but just a minute ago, they were best friends looking for a magical power crystal.
And they got thrown into a WWE fighting ring. I have stood on not a WWE fighting ring, but something similar, and they are soft. So when you get thrown to the ground, it does not hurt. What are your thoughts on the WWE fighting ring?
I think that it's 100% real, and they deserve all the fame and all the money because they work hard and, they get buff. They sweat a lot. If you ever see how shiny they are, that's all sweat. That's not oil. People say it's oil. No, it's sweat because they just ate 4 Big Macs before you started.
Okay, getting on topic. This 7-year-old has a odd kind of thinking process of how superheroes should fight. Getting thrown into I'm going to say octagon, but it's not. It's a square. Getting thrown into a square that is squishy. And just the people fighting. Iron Man fighting who? A Barbie doll. A man Barbie doll. A Ken doll.
Now, according to eyewitnesses, the story ultimately became impossible to follow.
So I just brought up some information here on my Mac. So pretty much what's going on now is 2nd graders aren't being taught what they used to be taught. They're just sitting in their classroom with coloring books. Now, personally, I feel that our 2nd graders should be running our country, not just drawing on it. They're drawn in the States, making California green when it should actually be white, or rainbow, as I should say, for all the different feelings going on in California right now. So I just feel that 2nd graders should be put more to the task and held with more responsibility.
Okay, to further continue the story, so if you remember Iron Man just blasted John Cena across the room, and to continue the story, he says, "Hurry, the bad guys are getting away," said Milner, flying a Lego Batcopter with one hand while making Godzilla action figure fly across the couch cushion in pursuit of an entirely unknown adversary whose offenses were not specified. "We capture you, you're now in jail." Okay, so, they got him in jail using the Batcopter, using whatever, dude. It doesn't make any sense. And this is totally unexpected from a 2nd grader. Okay, the best films have come from 2nd graders, okay? 2nd graders are the next generation. They've written Jaws, Jurassic Park, the Star Wars quadrilogy.
And those are films you mentioned and you made in 2nd grade, correct?
Correct.
So basically what my partner here, Sebastian's talking about is we're expecting more from 2nd graders, and they haven't done enough they haven't contributed enough to our society now. Personally, I think we should have a 2nd grader president. You know how awesome that would be? It'd be raining ice cream, cookies.
And action figures, dude. Free action figures for everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone to share, everyone to have, everyone to play with. But you have to respect it, and you have to know how to use them. You can't just, go all willy-nilly, have a kid like this who doesn't know how to have a storyline. Okay, you gotta have a good storyline. Gotta have, you gotta have a beginning, you gotta have a middle, you gotta have an end.
And you gotta have your climax.
Gotta have your climax, dude. And character flaws are key, man.
Yeah. You're gonna want to write all this out. You know what? At this point, I'm pretty sure you guys have noticed that you guys are gonna want to take out a pen and paper and start taking notes on both of our everything we've been talking about so far. Because you guys, believe me, after this, you guys will be amazing. This isn't an intro to film or anything. We're just talking about how to make a story.
Okay, experts who were called upon to analyze the narrative noted that throughout the half hour spent playing with his action figures, the second grader completely ignored basic elements of storytelling and chose, instead of repetitive, introduce new dramatic situations, making already sprawling and erratic plot even more confusing. Okay, so basically he's having these big action scenes and he's just putting in more and more and more and just piling it.
So he's never really getting to the climax and what it should be, what they're fighting for. It's just they keep fighting and no one knows what he's fighting for. So that's what's really throwing people off and not keeping them interested in listening to the second grader's story. Once you get to that spot, you're just going to want to slowly fall down and maybe have a couple peaks of fighting. And then once you get to that ending solution, Iron Man's just got to die. Captain America is just going to have to kill Iron Man.
I mean, sometimes it's just going to have to come down to that. Simply, just the main character is going to have to sacrifice himself for the better good of the people.
Yeah, I just looked something up. Iron Man is a very selfish person with all his money. He reminds me a lot of me. So pretty much just, you've got to have that rising action, then you've got to have that climax, and then you've got to have that downfall to just whatever you want to happen. But it's got to be logical. It can't just be something random like John Cena throwing someone through a ring.
Yeah. And, I mean, it looks like this video has come up to a wrap. It turns out this kid, he was treated a little while ago. He went to rehab, and he's now...
Very expensive rehab.
Yeah, he's now under control. He's telling good stories. But I think it's time to see which way...
and he is now Quentin Tarantino. So go pick up some of Quentin Tarantino's videos. He just got out of rehab, so it's gonna be interesting to see some of his new films. All right, so it looks like we're wrapping up here.
And at the end of every video, we take up a little bit of dust and we see which way the wind's blowing. Remember, if it's not blowing at all, we do rock, paper, scissors. And if it's blowing that way, then we have to...
He slaps me, and if it's blowing that way, I slap him.
Yeah, okay, so let's see.
Not at all. There's absolutely no wind today, which is a good thing for both of us.
We got rock, paper, scissors to see who has to lick the concrete. Are you ready?
All right, I'm ready.
Ready.
Best 2 out of 3.
All right.
Wait. Okay.
All right, that's one for me. Oh, that's 2 for me. All right.
I gotta lick the concrete.
Gotta lick the concrete, dude. All right, so we'll put that in Bad Mystical even more. So see you guys there.